Yo, what's up, guys? It's 7/17, July 17th, Wednesday. Giving you a quick update on everything. Real quickly, we're at all-time highs. We're staying above 294.95, which was the previous all-time high. Today, we're taking a break. As you can see, this is kind of what happens. Um, if it creates this kind of pattern, like it did right here, expect a break. Um, but we're coming down it with really low volume. Versus here, when it did this, see all this big old red volume, and that created you know, basically a downward ABC structure. So if this was looking like that right here, I would say we would, have some concern. But we're not. We're just coming down on lighter volume. So I think we're going to take a break here. We might even retest these older highs and stick around here for a while. Basically, because the summer months are such light volume, it's going to be hard for us to, just keep pressing upward. So, um, Amazon doing great. All-time highs are 20, 50, 50. I've been jumping in and out of this with call options lately. Earnings are coming up in next week, Wednesday. Um, Looking good. Google it's taking a break again, but it looks good. Earnings are probably same thing next week. Wanted you guys to look at Boeing. This is the stock, the plane crashes and shit. It's been beat up, but it's looking pretty good here. Good bottoming pattern. But again, earnings are next week. I'm playing this for right now. I'll probably be in until earnings come out. I think earnings are going to be great. I don't know what country or I don't know who did it, but someone just, and it was not even talked about, but I sent Enrique and Jed a little link of Boeing just signed a contract with some, I don't know, country or what it was, but $24 billion, and no one talked about it because it's been so beaten up. So looks like this is going to be a reverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and I would probably stick this in your IRA and forget about it for a while. I think the short term, hopefully this coming up week before earnings, I take it to about this level, about 377, 380, and then jump out for earnings. But keep this on your watch list. Fucking Tesla. Tesla's doing great. It gapped up that one morning like 15 bucks. I jumped in right here. I sold this morning at the top. Luckily, here's the 30-minute chart. I bought right here. I bought some call options, and I got about 20 bucks in it. And I sold right at the top because of this. There's some resistance right here. But the factory in China, apparently it's getting built early. There's so much good news coming out, and all the bullshit is getting kind of like swept away, debunked. So again, this is earnings next Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. I'm out for right now, but I might jump in before the end of the day. There's still about 2 hours left of trading. The 10-minute chart looking fucking good. So if it can, volume picks up at the end of the day, and it looks good, I'll probably jump back in with some call options, and I'm assuming it's going to come up to the 270 area prior to earnings. Jump the fuck out for earnings because who knows what's going to happen, and then just trade the reaction thereafter. I'm going to hold on to my shares during earnings, but as far as my call options, no way, because those can go to zero in a second. So Tesla, looks like this was the bottom for right now anyway. Earnings, if it shits the bed, it's going to retest it or shoot lower. If the earnings are on par, hopefully it doesn't jump up too much and then run. hopefully it takes a few days to digest, and then we can, which will give us time to jump back in and then go up. So and then two big winners. Hope you guys got in this when I told you about them. I jumped back in Callaway, sign is ELY. Once again, it went up on high volume. Some big firm bought into it and it gapped up, came down on pretty heavy volume, so I jumped out right here. It held this gap area, and it's just been going back up. So earnings aren't for another month. So I'm back in this with call options. I bought them last night. I need the volume to come in. It's really shitty volume today. So it's down, but it's on low volume. But again, I want some of these bars like this to break out of this. It came up on 4.38 million shares. So there's resistance at the top of this bar, right? Because of all these shares. There's heavy resistance right here. So we need the breakout bars, meaning that one and that one. Since this was 4.3 million shares, we need something comparable to 4.3. This was 1.5. So I'm waiting for us to break out of 1850s. I think we're going to go to about 20 bucks before earnings. So I only have about 5 call options, and I want to see this go up. So again, big winner. Jump out for earnings, and then I think this is just going to go up from here. Even bigger winner is Elf. Hope you guys bought in this. I have shares in this. The options pricing sucks, so I just have straight shares. Got in right here around the 11s. It's 10.50, 11ish. I wrote it all the way up here. Sold, and I did not expect this bounce. This is just hedge funds coming in, realizing that this is going to be a great stock. So I got another month till earnings, about 3 weeks. It's just grinding higher. So it passed this point. I think it's going to go to this point. 2031. You still got about $3 left to go. I think. I think at earnings it'll be around 20 bucks, and then jump out for earnings. This is going to be an important earnings, and then hopefully it doesn't pop up too much. That way it'll give us time to get in. But this is a big winner. One I want to give you guys a heads up on. Oh, Adobe, I talked about, fucking killing it. 310, on its way eventually to 340. So I got another 30 bucks. Heads up on Lending Club. Had a 5-to-1 split on July 8th last week, 2 weeks ago. This is a peer-to-peer lending. This is like a new bank for loans. I actually got a business loan through here a few years ago because I just didn't want to deal with a bank. And basically, what any of us can do is just basically join Lending Club, and you can lend money out to others who don't want to deal with the bank's bullshit. Their process is quick. They IPO'd, a few years ago, back in 2015. I don't know what the price was, but since this was a split, I think the price was like 50 bucks or something. It's just gone down since then. It's been a nice bottoming pattern. JP Morgan or Citigroup or something, the day they split, which was right there, they gave a price target of 30 bucks right there. So you can see volume coming in. I bought a few shares in this for my IRA. I think when it crosses about 1850, 70, 50, whatever, I think it's going to do one of these. It's going to have a big bowl. You could even say this is kind of a reverse head and shoulders. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. Earnings is coming up in about 3 weeks, so the volume's coming in. I'm going to let my shares ride. I think it's going to creep up here slowly to about this level probably. Let earnings come out and see what happens and go from there. But again, I think this might be doing you know, an Elf Eli thing, right? So, anyways, if you guys want to start something in this, probably a good price right here. Don't go all in or anything because of earnings. But remember, volume is your conviction on whether it's going to go up or down. So this volume, it's going up. Don't pay attention to whether the bars are, green or red. That doesn't really matter, because if you change to weekly charts, the weekly charts are more important than the daily. So if you see this weekly, those bars are going up, and that's good volume. So this is giving a slight tell early. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, man. Peace.